Hi, this is Father Roth, and this video is an introduction to a series I'm beginning called Science and Religion. For those of you who know me, my background is in college, I studied physics and got my degree in physics, and then in seminary, I got my master's degree in systematics. This gives me a very interesting approach to the world. So usually when you go to learn, you start with a very wide perspective on something, and then you get narrower and narrower and narrower until you're really an expert in one thing. I, on the other hand, kind of did the opposite. I started with physics, which is a study of matter and energy. It's basically the base to all science. It approaches and answers questions dealing with everything. And then I went to systematics, which is, if you've ever had the question of why do we believe this? Why do we believe in the Trinity? How can God become man? Those kind of questions are what systematic theology attempts to answer. With these two backgrounds, I have a very wide perspective on things, and it allows me to approach new knowledge and new questions in a very unique way. See, when you're an expert in something, whenever you're asked to answer a new question or kind of bring in new knowledge, you bring it in through whatever you're an expert in. And it kind of can give you a very narrow view on the world. But for me, because I have such a wide perspective, when I gain new knowledge or when I go to try to understand something new, I look at it from a very wide scope. And I kind of bring it into everything together. I'm not as good at any of the one things as an expert would be. But I think it's a very important thing to have in our society. These people with very broad understandings. And that's what this series is going to attempt to kind of do. See, there's a lot of stuff online if you want to know why science and religion don't disagree, why they don't butt heads. There's already good articles, good videos, good books you can read on that subject. So I'm not really going to touch on that. Instead, I'm going to talk about how they work together. I'm going to look at different things and look at those different parts of our faith and science that overlap, right? We're body and soul. God created the universe. God became man. How can we understand these? That's what I'm going to be looking at. In my own life, I've just enjoyed doing a lot of these studies on the side, and these videos are going to be me kind of presenting some of these things that I have taken time in my free time to study and learn about. For example, can we look at archaeology and kind of place a time when maybe human ensoulment took place? When did we not just become pre-humans, but become images of God? Humans with souls. This series really follows the spirit of many great priests, but two in particular. Father Gregor Mandel and Father Georges Lemaitre, whose name I'm probably not saying perfectly. Father Gregor Mandel isn't just a Catholic priest, but he was also the father of modern genetics. Then Father Lemaitre is the father of the Big Bang Theory. He discovered Hubble's law, which explained how everything's expanding in our universe. It's not sitting still, but expanding, which then led to the understanding of the Big Bang and this, what he called the primordial element, this kind of original place where everything was condensed to a single point. See, they were able to use their faith and science together to really make great advances into sciences that are extremely important today. Think of modern genetics and how much we talk about the Big Bang Theory and look at the cosmos in a completely different way because of it. That's what I want this series to be. But this video, actually, the main purpose of it is because I'd like comments. I'd like questions. I'd like things you'd like to know about, maybe things you're confused about in terms of the science and religion field that you might want me to address in the future. Please put those down in the comments and I'll look through them and I'll do my best to kind of go through them and answer what I can. Though I do have a lot of stuff I want to talk about also. But to end this video, as I've been learning about microphones and video editing and video making, all this stuff, I actually made, for fun, an intro video to this series that I'll be playing at the beginning of all the videos as a way to kind of introduce the topics. As a side note, for Father Al's baking show, I'll also be making one. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll let the video play us out.